Clark is the quote-unquote savior, if she's the golden girl, milk it.
Reality is knocking on the door of the porta potty. The truth is finally coming to the light. The same light that is going to be dimming here in about 12 hours when Caitlin Clark is eliminated from the playoffs.
Caitlin Clark just dropped some bombshell news as she is going to Europe. So after being eliminated from the playoffs, news broke that Caitlin Clark is heading to Europe. I hope she's just going for vacation, because if it's not for vacation, the WNBA is screwed.
She struggled with physical defense she's faced at the professional level and voiced frustration with the league's officiating, recently telling reporters, quote, "I feel like I'm getting hammered and everybody is physical with me, and opponents get away with things that other people don't get away with." That's what Caitlin Clark said.
As you've been hearing, the WNBA viewership ever since Caitlin Clark got eliminated has went down drastically. Her leaving to go to Europe, does it mean she's leaving for good? She's done with the WNBA? Or is she just taking a vacation? Or is she trying to weigh her options? But realistically speaking, the only reason why a lot of people this season watched the WNBA was because of Caitlin Clark. So if she leaves to go to Europe, that's going to have a huge impact to the WNBA.
Caitlin Clark put up 1.84 million viewers all by herself on ABC, being the largest watched WNBA game on an NFL football Sunday. How will a non-Caitlin Clark evening perform? Now, the non-Caitlin Clark games on Sunday, they didn't perform too well. The Seattle Storm versus Las Vegas Aces, 461,000.
That's not all.
Dream versus the New York Liberty, 410,000. The Phoenix Mercury versus the Minnesota Lynx, 403,000. So to be fair, it wasn't looking like the numbers were going to be too impressive.
When she's eliminated, they're barely touching 500,000. So almost more than half of those viewers stopped watching since Caitlin Clark has been eliminated.
What I am upset about is like, hey man, your meal ticket is under constant attack. There's been dirty plays all season.
All the physicality, all the unfair treatment, all this scrutiny she's going through. She probably just had enough. She hasn't been treated fairly in terms of physicality and how the game is played. A lot of Caitlin Clark fans felt like she was targeted, which is rightfully so, because some of the defense they were playing on her they were basically doing too much, trying to prove a point when they were playing defense against her.
Those guys, they're the racists when really y'all are the racists. The people coming up with excuses to hate Caitlin Clark and the new fan base that she brought.
She's just not built for the physicality of this league. Yeah, and she's not quick enough to get away from the physicality.
She's basically like a Steph Curry of this league, and she needs a Draymond Green on her team to handle that dirty work. I agree that she was drafted to the wrong team, Her skill set and the team she was on really didn't match. She was supposed to play a big role as a rookie, basically, which comes with the territory, Look at LeBron James when he first came in. He came out and said that he can relate to Caitlin Clark. So much is expected out of me, and you started getting like negative comments, scrutiny, narratives, left and right, people targeting you, So LeBron can relate on that. But that also comes with the status, It takes pressure to make diamonds.
Yeah, but she needs to be on a better team.
Games this season where Caitlin Clark drew more than 1.8 million viewers. However, I hope Kat Engelbert is ready for disappointment, because there's a hell of a lot more of it on the way.
What can they do to protect this investment to keep these viewers going throughout the whole season and the playoffs? Put on a better team. Change a couple rules in terms of the physicality, the fouling they be doing on her. Kind of protect the investment, but not to a point where the game just becomes soft.
To Caitlin Clark, because the rest of this league They can't draw flies to a fresh turd. They can't sell out playoff games.
We got to remember, she's been box office. She was the main attraction, and there were so many storylines that's been associated with her.
To Caitlin's greatness. She has been incredible. She has had a phenomenal rookie season and done things we may never see again.
Most points by a point guard in a season in WNBA history. Most double-doubles by a rookie guard in WNBA history. Most points by a rookie in WNBA history. Most assists by a rookie in the history of the WNBA. First WNBA rookie to record 2 triple-doubles. First triple-double by a rookie in WNBA history. First triple-double in Fever history. The first player to be named WNBA Player of the Month and Rookie of the Month in the same month. First player in WNBA history with 20 or more points, 15 or more assists, and 5 or more rebounds in a game.
So like the WNBA got to learn from this season, from the Caitlin Clark saga, or what you call it, Caitlin Clark scrutiny, that they got to protect their stars. Because these fans in this generation, especially around this time of the WNBA, like the status they're in, most people are not fans of teams. They're fans of players. So we got girls like Juju Watkins coming up soon, you know. She's going to be a star. So they got to learn to protect their investment, their stars, you know. Right now, the WNBA is fighting between this one player that's breaking all these records, unheard of, like great player, versus the old way of doing things, the team. You can't have one player bringing all these viewerships, and once she's eliminated, all those viewers go down. They got to figure out a way to keep those fans still entertained, which results to these players stepping up their game and becoming more entertaining. That's one thing that separates Caitlin Clark from these other players. Because she's like a Steph Curry. Caitlin Clark is a very entertaining player, which separates her from everybody else. So girls like Juju Watkins coming in, she got game. She raw. That's going to help too, to not just have Caitlin Clark run the league in terms of viewership and entertainment. So is she going to Europe? No. If you believe that, I don't know what to tell you. But I don't think she's going. She'll be back. And the WNBA, during the offseason, got to do a whole lot of evaluation and a whole lot of thinking to see how they can cater to her game and protect her and keep the fans happy, and also incentivize these other players to step their game up.
Like, this is not about, I think everyone's in their feelings and they don't understand, no matter what your feelings is moving no matter what. Facts. Right? So either you gonna follow the train so you can get fed too, or you're just gonna be left. That's how this actually works. So now, if you're a smart businesswoman, fuck your skills. Because if your skills is not being seen, it's gonna be undervalued, right? So you need to now position yourself to be the one that's making the money. So the girls who are the best in this league, right? So when you're talking about Asia.
Yeah, so you can't just be a good player. You got to have that presence. So I also blame the WNBA in terms of not taking advantage of Caitlin Clark's presence, not putting her in the limelight more often, using the social media presence, the TikToks, whatever, to show off, like even like these endorsements, you know, just putting her name out there and like creating these stories around each team with her, you know, creating these rivalries, you know. They try to do it with the Kennedy Carter thing, but it was crazy. You know, she was hammered by her fans. That's also a negative side too, to having one player run the league, because everybody else is treated like peasants, basically, you know, like the way Kennedy Carter was treated after the incident, you know, her getting death threats, all that harassment is not cool, yeah, all that. So that just goes to show that people really like this Caitlin Clark chick, but they really like her. So they gotta cater to her. As bad as it sounds, they gotta cater to her. So Caitlin Clark's attraction alone, no matter how bad her team is, has brought millions and millions of views to the WNBA. Do I think that's just going to Europe? Hell no. That's not going to happen. I don't know what that headline is about. Is it true? Maybe. Did she say that? Maybe they twisted her words. Maybe she's just going on a vacation. She want to go see the Mandem and stuff like that, you know, to refresh. You know, she not finna play no Europe, bro. I'm telling you. So that headline, I don't know. Take it with a grain of salt.